currently 7 in the morning. I gotta get up, feed Loki, and head down San Diego, get my truck all cut up. Oof, it's gonna be a big day. Good morning, guys. Go. Go. What's going on, everybody? I am taking the truck down today to go get all new fiberglass fenders. Now, these fenders are great. The way the truck looks right now is great, but what I'm putting on here are Raptor fenders. Raptor fiberglass fenders that are wider than a normal Raptors already so that I can fit more stuff. So I gotta drive all the way down to San Diego. I live close to Big Bear, so it's gonna be a long day. Let's get started. So right now you might be thinking to yourself, if you live next to Big Bear, why are you driving all the way down to San Diego to go get these fenders installed? Surely there has to be somebody closer to you to get these installed. Well, there's not. I checked everywhere. San Bernardino County, Riverside County. The only guys I could find are like backyard guys, which no shame on them, but I just want a professional installation. That is why I'm going all the way down to San Diego. I looked everywhere for anybody near me, like a professional body shop, and nobody wants to touch fiberglass. So that is why I'm going all the way down to Fiberworks themselves. They are Fiberworks fiberglass bedsides and front fenders that are made for a 2021 up Raptor. They're gonna make this truck look like a Raptor. It's gonna be a little bit wider, a little bit taller of a fender to fit more aggressive tires and stuff, but it's gonna make the truck look more like a Raptor, well, pretty much identical to a Raptor. So anyway, long story short, nobody wants to touch fiberglass. Fiberglass is not the easiest thing in the world to work with, although Fiberworks is one of the best people in the industry currently with fiberglass. They also do carbon fiber body panels. I actually reached out to them on Instagram and was like, hey, I can't find anybody to install these things. They said, well, you know, we can install them, although we're really far away from you. If you don't mind the drive, we can do it. It's like, well, shoot, I wish I would have known that right away, because who better to install the things than the people who made them? Now, the other thing here is, why did I buy the fenders when I don't even have my suspension yet? You know, why am I going this route so quickly? Putting so much money into this when a supercharger could have cost this much and would be a little bit less of a headache. Well, the answer is, they're on sale. I bought them and I got like $700 off, and I'm a frugal guy, you know, $700 off sounds pretty great to me. So anyway, I order them up. I'm like, oh man, awesome. Like, I can just put them in my garage. While they're in my garage, you know, kind of just collecting dust, but at least I already have them for when the time is ready. I don't have to spend like whatever amount it was just to buy them in the first place. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy them now. So after I buy them, about a week goes by, they send me an invoice, and in the invoice it has like instructions, I'll say, and I don't even want to say the instructions, but they just have like policy, warranty information, how to install, not how to install, like not instructions, but like how to get them installed to uphold their warranty, all types of stuff. Going through and I'm reading through it, and it says, in order to uphold your warranty, you have to install these within, I think it was 2 weeks of getting them, receiving them. And I was like, holy shit, I hope that's not right, because I am not prepared to do this in 2 weeks, basically. I'm like, I'm not ready for this at all. So I look it up, I look up why. The reason why is, if you let fiberglass panels sit, even carbon fiber panels sit, they'll kind of warp. And you don't want that, because you won't have a proper body line fitment. It won't look good on your truck. It'd be a complete waste of money. So then I'm also looking at like the return policy. Can I cancel my order? And because I got it on sale, there wasn't too much I could do. And I wanted it anyway, so I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna commit. Not knowing it was gonna cost this much. You know, I have a budget in mind for my truck, and I wasn't necessarily trying to exceed that budget, which I kind of did in this first part greatly. Not my overall budget is way more, but for this part I went over because I was just unknowledgeable, and that's kind of how it works when you're getting started on things, unfortunately. I tried to save money. In that process of trying to save money, I ended up spending way more money than I was trying to at this moment. It's all fine, it's all gonna work out, because I wanted to do all this anyway. It's just happening sooner than I expected. I wanted to have my suspension first and then do body work, but hey, you know, at least I'm doing this. You know, a lot of people out there can't even get this step done, even though I'm kind of doing it ass backwards. So I'm just grateful I'm even able to do this to begin with. What all went into this? What did I have to buy? So first thing I had to buy was the fiberglass panels. You guys can argue in the comment section about what's better, carbon fiber or fiberglass. I honestly don't have enough experience with either to speak on the matter, but I do know that carbon fiber is insanely expensive, although I've heard that it is less likely to warp and stuff like that. Everything I've seen out there is that it doesn't really make too much of a difference, and if you break them, you break them no matter what. Like if I hit something like let's say I'm on a trail and I hit something with a fiberglass one. The fiberglass one and the carbon fiber one are both probably going to break pretty much. If not, if the carbon fiber one doesn't break, it'll like warp and look ugly anyway. So I'm going to have to buy a new one no matter what. So in my mind, which one would I rather rebuy if or when I break them? The cheaper one. So that is why I'm going with this route. But what all went into this? So I bought all 4 fenders, well, 2 bedsides and then the 2 front fenders. I'll put a link to those down below. And then I had to buy the fender vent grills, which is an annoying name and hard to find. But I had a friend on Instagram who helped me out, and I want to plug his exact Instagram, and I can't come to mind right now, so I'm just going to put it right here. And you guys can see his truck, what he did, and he really helped me out with a lot of this process. So thank you so much to him. Anyway, so fender grill vents, which are those like fighter jet vents on the side of the truck. I had to buy a front valance, a new one. That's the piece that goes under your grill and above your bumper. I had to buy a new one of those to fit the wider fenders, because again, it's made for a Raptor. Also had to buy all 4 of the marker lights, which were also very expensive. And then I had to buy a new hood because the fenders are meant to line up with the Raptor hood. I don't have a Raptor, therefore I don't have a Raptor hood. So I had to go take my butt to eBay, find a Raptor hood, and ship it out to Fiberworks. Then there's a hood grill vent that I'm sure you guys see, like the heat extractor, and that is an expensive piece, let me tell you. And my buddy who was helping me out through Instagram, he told me like this piece is the most overpriced piece, hands down, and he was right. That one piece is like $500 or $600 just for the plastic that goes on top of the hood for the heat extractor for the hood vents. That's everything I had to buy. And then from Fiberworks as well, I didn't get them right away, but I'm going to tell them when I get there right now that I want the wheel well liners, because I didn't option them because I was thinking I was going to wait, and I was like, man, I can buy them later. But obviously, you know, we're in this situation instead. When I get there, I'm going to tell them, hey, do you mind throwing those wheel well liners on it for me, and I'll pay for those as well. Those are also like 150 bucks. I'll have a breakdown video of all the prices, and let me know if you want that. This video is more of the experience of doing it, but I'll do another video on like the logistics. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see all that stuff later on my channel. So anyway, that's all the stuff I had to buy. Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. I am scared. I'm just scared. I've never done anything like this before, and getting your perfectly good OEM fenders cut off, or I don't know if they sand off the welds and pull it off, or if they're just gonna cut it off. Either way, it doesn't matter, because I'm not trying to go backwards on all this. But getting them taken off your truck is so scary, and putting new fiberglass ones on is also scary, because I just don't have any experience with it yet. I know there's a lot of people out there who've done it, so you know, I know it's possible and that it's able to work really well, because that was another fear of mine, like, is this even possible? How am I going to put these Raptor parts on a normal F-150? Fiberworks says that they're actually going to be able to do it relatively no problem. But yeah, I'm scared, you know. I haven't even made up my mind on paint yet, because I don't know. I was going to try to wrap them, but then I don't think that I'm able to get a perfect color match to the race red. So I think I'm just going to have them paint them, which they said they'll do. At minimum, I think I'm just going to have them paint the hood, because the hood's black, because they don't make a Raptor in race red. They only make code orange, which is like a whole tinge off, which is almost more annoying than just having a black hood, because then people kind of look at it and are like, that don't look right to me. So it's just a lot that goes into it, guys, and it's really it's not like nerve-wracking, like I'm not losing sleep over this, but I'm extremely nervous. Fiberworks also, they have an office or a shop here in California, but then they also take your truck to Mexico to do the installs and stuff, and that sounded very sketchy to me. And I actually reached out to a lot of people on Instagram who have had to work through Fiberworks, and they all reassured me that everything is fine, that they thought it sounded kind of sketchy at first as well, but that it was actually no big deal. It's right there next to the Toyota factory, and it's a place in Mexico that is like right on the border of America. So I'm putting my faith in them. I got about a 2-hour drive ahead of me. I might turn on the camera here or there on the way out when other stuff comes to me, but other than that, I think I'm gonna probably see you guys there. So the next time you see me, we're gonna be at Fiberworks. All right, so there's my truck at Fiberworks right out front. That's not Fiberworks. Fiberworks is that black building right behind, but this is the last time I will see my truck looking like this. Everything's about to change big time, so I'll zoom in for you, say goodbye to that, and next time you see it, it's gonna be all built out. For me, it's gonna be 2 or 3 weeks. For you, it's gonna be 5 seconds. So let's cut straight to that. Hey guys, we are finally back at Fiberworks and the truck is done behind me. You guys can see it there. Now it does look super funky right now. I'll do a little walk around of what it looks like right this second. It does look super funky, but a lot of things are going to change. So don't judge how it looks right now for how it is going to be later. So guys, let's just take a quick look at everything. As you can see, I don't have that valance on because of my fake Raptor grill. The valance won't fit with it. The fenders came out really good. The black paint looks really good on the flare itself. I was interested in this fuel door. I wanted to see how they were going to do it. And they didn't extend anything, which is a little bit of a bummer, but they never said they would, so it's not like they went back on their word. I also probably should have just got a Raptor fuel door, kept the circle instead of the square. It looks okay, but it's just a nitpick of mine that I have. Something that normal people probably wouldn't notice, but you know, me knowing Raptors, knowing what they look like, I do notice and bugs me. And now it's kind of too late to go back on. You know, this was a 2-hour drive, guys, so I was just kind of like tired and ready to go back home. So I'm just kind of checking the body panels, making sure everything lines up. Again, the black paint looks good. Fender vent looks great. I did notice a chip here on the hood, which is a little annoying, but we'll go over stuff like that in a different video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see this build in the future. And thank you so much for watching.